Welcome back, everyone. Right, I'm going to use a phrase now which I've used many, many times in my career while teaching air traffic control to the newbies in the Royal Air Force. If you're thinking it, do it. This is why you should buy a Tesla right now. You know what's fun about owning a combustion engine car? Oil changes, spark plugs, timing belts, engine management lights, exhaust repairs. Said absolutely no one ever. That's why you've got to get yourself a Tesla. There's no oil, no spark plugs, no exhaust equals no drama. Even the brakes barely get used. The regen braking means they can last over 100,000 miles for each set of pads. I'll probably be replacing my shoes before I replace those. And when there's an update, boom, it just happens overnight. Tesla fixes bugs, adds features, and somehow makes the car better while I'm asleep. My car literally improves itself. I don't know any German cars that can do that. If something small is up with your Tesla, it might be able to be fixed with over-the-air updates. There's also a massive online community where everyone helps each other out. Or if not, a Tesla Ranger can come out and sort your car out while it's sat on your drive at home, or even while it's sat at work while you're doing your 9 to 5. If the car needs to go into the garage, then this can easily be dealt with via the app. And to give you full peace of mind, the car comes with a standard 4-year warranty, 60,000 miles, and the drive unit and battery get 8 years and 120,000 miles. Right then, up next, in the words of Captain Picard, is warp speed. So Tesla's acceleration is thrilling because it delivers instant torque the moment you press that pedal. It's really unlike any kind of traditional combustion engines that need to rev up. Calibrated your mind to needing to see a sport button pushed or a gear dropped and the revs jump and then you accelerate. It's just not like that anymore. In the Tesla, in the Model 3 Performance, which does 0 to 60 in around 3 seconds, it's the kind of speed that just makes your chest go straight back into the seat. And if your head's not back against the headrest, get ready for some whiplash. The power comes so smoothly and silently. It really gives it a futuristic, almost magical feeling of propulsion without that usual engine roar. Every overtake feels so effortless. Every merge is so easy to get onto motorways and freeways and all that. And thanks to the low center of gravity from the battery placement, the car does feel so stable, planted, incredibly responsive. Simply put, Tesla's acceleration isn't just fast, it's exhilarating, addictive, and utterly fun every single time you drive it. I've been pretty lucky in my life to own some decent cars. The E39 M5 with a 5-litre V8, 6-speed manual box, or stick shift for my American viewers. And then the evil E60 M5 with a 5-litre V10. I only say evil because that car with that much power through its rear wheels was trying to kill you on every bend. Yet my 2024 Tesla Model 3 Performance just feels so different. Of course it's leaps ahead with technology. Tesla is a tech company, and they were about 10-15 years ago. But as a child, I had calibrated my brain that running costs and petrol costs for a performance vehicle had to be expensive. That's just the way the world worked. If you had a nice car, you had to pay for it in every way possible. But this Tesla has once again made me recalibrate my mind. I have more performance than I will ever need, yet it costs pennies to run it. I implore anyone to take at least a test drive in one. You simply can't comment on the car until you've had that experience. And I promise it'll change your mind of the way you think about driving. What about when you're parked up? Whether you're charging at a supercharger or you're just collecting someone from town or waiting for your son or daughter to come out from a party, you can binge on Netflix, blast out some Spotify, or even watch YouTube. And check out my channel with some new hints and tips. It's basically a cinema on wheels. Then Tesla drop over-the-air updates, add new features, improve Autopilot, and sometimes sneak in some new games. I'm not joking, the car can literally dance. Driving a Tesla doesn't feel like you're driving a car, to be honest. It does feel like you're borrowing something from the future and trying to pretend like it's totally normal. Right, next up, Superchargers. So this is probably the reason why you should be buying a Tesla over every other EV. We're off out for a little drive. I'm going to go for my local Superchargers. But firstly, let's just show you how good this system is. So, let's say if I want to go down to London, the car will know that I probably don't have enough range to get there, or it could be sensible to charge. There you go, so it's already said stop at Frankly M5. However, I can set the arrival energy. If I want to get there with more than 10%, let's say I want to arrive with 60%, so then you know the next morning, say, you're good to go, and let it have a little think again. It should do the same charger, it might do a different charger. Oh, there you go. So it's now said it wants me to stop at Banbury for a certain amount of time, have a wee, get some food, and then I'll arrive at Northolt with 60% battery left. So it's very, very clever. However, I'm not doing that trip today, so we'll end that. So if I click on my nice 3D map now, which was in one of the recent updates, here's my superchargers. So all the near superchargers. I'm just going to go to Telford Shifnal today. So if I give it a little click, I want to go to this one. There's only actually 1 of 8 stalls available on arrival. So it knows other cars that are routing themselves there as well, because all the Teslas kind of communicate with each other. It is a slow charger actually. Well, it is a supercharger, but it's only 130 kilowatts, so it's one of the original versions. Of course, all the new ones, the version 3s, version 4s, all have 250 kilowatts. And this one also has the urinal rules if it's a slower one. You can Google what that means, literally as in like male urinals, where in a nutshell, you don't park next to each other because you're sharing a charge effectively. But we'll get the car to route us to here. So it's routing us to this charger, and it knows it's going to a charger. So as you can see now, it's preconditioning the battery for the fastest charging possible when we arrive, which is another fantastic tool that the Teslas use. Right, we'll get to this charger and I will show you how absolutely easy it is. There is no downloading apps. I didn't have to download any kind of other UIs or anything like that. It's all run through Tesla. My credit card is linked to my account, which is linked to the car. So when I turn up, you'll see me plug it in. We'll pretend to charge for a little bit of time. I don't actually need any charge, but obviously for you guys, I'm doing this. And then we'll unplug it and we'll literally just drive away. And then in the charging stats, it will show me my last charge and how much it cost. It's as simple as that. Right, we'll see you in a minute. Here we are then, guys. Right, so we're pulling into the services bit. The Tesla charger as well is fantastic. The sat-nav side of it, it actually takes you all the way to the chargers. It doesn't just like dump you at the entrance and then says good luck, find your own way. It actually takes you right to them. So we'll follow the sat-nav instead of looking at any of the signs. What's this guy up to? He's missed his entrance, lovely jubbly. Right, Tesla charger. So what I'm expecting is we'll have to spot the gap. It doesn't like allocate us one. That would be crazy good if it did that. We'll find the chargers themselves. So it's telling me just to go around the back of here. We'll reverse into it. I'll plug it all in. We'll kind of pretend to charge for a small period of time because I don't actually need it. And then I'll disappear. So you can see the non-Tesla ones there straight ahead. And there are the, sorry dude, and then the Tesla ones are over on the left. I'm talking to Cameron, they run someone over. What's this chap up to? He's reversing in there. Oh, it's nice to see some of the non-Tesla ones actually quite full. There's a couple spare there. And I've got one right there. So the second one in I'm going to go into. And I'll take you with me and we'll start charging her up. Okay, we're in. Right, I'll bring you with me and we'll start it up. Okay, so on the charging screen, I always click open charging port. And let's go plug her in. So it's always the one on the left. So here, when you've got two, it's the old versions. So we want the larger one, the double one. Plug her in. There you go, you can see there the cord isn't actually very long, so you do have to come all the way back. Right, we'll give that a chance and sit back in. I hadn't actually seen this before, so it's offering you a game now as well. But the recent UI you can see, it's actually given us a Tesla charger, which is quite cute. If I can zoom in on it. Yeah, there you go. So there's our charger on the left, and it is charging. You can see the green pulse coming through. So if we go to, I don't know if I can click up here. There you go. It's brought all the charging information up. It's 40 pence per kilowatt hour. So that's quite expensive for a Tesla, actually. Most of them are in the 30s. However, I can assure you, I might even go and have a little look for research. If I go across to the non-EV ones that we saw a minute ago and check out how much it's going to cost, they will be a lot more expensive than that. Cool, so as I said, we're only going to simulate this. So actually, I'm going to stop the charge now. We'll unplug it and we'll go over there and actually have a look. Always click unlock as well after stopping the charge. We'll get out. I'm just showing you how absolutely easy this is. So this will unplug, you can see the light blue there, so it can come straight out, the door will shut. And then I'll plug this back in and we are absolutely done. Cool, so back in the car, you can see there if we go to charging, we've paid 59 pence for that. I mean, we didn't get virtually no charge, but it shows this is where all the stats and things would be. Supercharger tips, the obvious stuff if you want to pause the video and have a look at those. Right, let's have a little drive over to the non-EVs, the non-Teslas, and have a look how much they are, just for comparison. Jumped out, here we go. So this poor Mini that's parked here, if you can read that, hopefully the camera's picking it up, 83 pence per kilowatt hour. So as you've seen there, that poor Mini is paying over twice the price of what and that Tesla one is quite expensive. Normally they're about 30 pence or off peak hour into the high 20s. They're generally in the 30s, in the low 30p's. I was actually quite surprised then to see that it was 40 pence for the last one here, but that's absolutely fine. That one is 83 pence per kilowatt hour. So all of a sudden, if you're using a non-Tesla and using those kind of chargers, that's where all of a sudden you're losing your margin. The efficiency's not there because you're paying twice as much. So all of a sudden then it becomes not worth it. Right, I hope you found supercharging useful. That is as simple as it is. You just let the car tell you where to go, how long to stop for, and then you can always stay there for a little bit longer if you want, but I highly recommend you don't do that. The car charges at its fastest when it's between about 10 and about 60%, and you might think, oh well, I don't want to go down to 10%, but 10% in this car will still give me about 30 miles, so it's still quite a long time, quite a good distance to have. So the car is brilliant, it works it all out for you. You get a stupidly cheap rate in this country, considering we've just seen there all of those other people that are charging in non-Teslas are paying 83 pence per kilowatt hour, which all of a sudden then makes it not worthwhile doing, really. Yeah, pretty poor. As you saw with the Tesla, we just plugged her in. As soon as you're done, obviously we were simulating charging, but as soon as you're done, you just unplug it. The car works out all the costs, bills your account, no cards, no apps, nothing. It is as simple as that, and it is absolutely fantastic, and it is 100% reliable. And considering that that station here at Telford is one of the old ones, there's only 8 stalls, which is not very many at all. There's normally a lot more than that, and it's the slow chargers as well. So yeah, in the grand scheme of things, that service is actually quite poor, and you're still getting considerably better service than the non-Teslas. Next up is the financial side of life of owning a Tesla. My American friends and subscribers are going to laugh at how much we actually pay for Teslas over here. However, there are still some benefits to be talking about. First up, no ULEZ, no congestion charges. London, easy, completed it, mate. Clean air zones, easy. Your car's basically wearing an invisible VIP pass. Company car, yep. The benefit in kind tax rate for Teslas is 2% in 2025 to 26. That's right. While your mate's crying over thousands in tax, you'll be sipping your latte, smiling at your bank account. Too often we hesitate, too often we pause, we calculate, we wonder if this is the right moment, if this is the right choice, if the stars have aligned. Let me tell you something. Tomorrow is a complete mystery. You do not know what life will throw at you. The world can change in a blink. Opportunities do not wait. Dreams do not wait. You will not get a rewind. If your heart tells you to go and buy something, to try it, to go for it, then go, buy it, take it, leap, don't overthink. Don't let fear of what if steal the life that is waiting for you right now. Because the truth is this, regrets are heavier than mistakes. Regret is the echo of a wish I had, while mistakes are the proof that you lived. The world is uncertain, life is fragile, tomorrow is never guaranteed. But this moment, this very heartbeat is yours. And in this moment, you have the power to choose boldly, to embrace fully, and to live without reservations. So dream big. Why the hell not? Buy what excites you, pursue what inspires you, say yes to the things that make your soul feel alive. Because one day you may look back and realize the only thing you should have feared was not living at all. Go and buy the damn Tesla. Hey everyone, thanks for listening. Of course, after kissing Tesla's proverbial in this video, I will have to release a counter argument soon as to why you shouldn't buy one. I also spoke about the cost of the car, In case anyone's thinking of buying a Tesla, I have a separate video coming soon where I'll break down every penny of what my Tesla cost me. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the gorgeous views of the Shropshire Hills.